The race to 5G is a race America must win.
I do think that the security of our telecom networks is paramount, especially as we emerge into a 5G environment.
And do you want the Chinese networks with Huawei gear touching your personal data? I know I don't.
5G technology is the future, and the future has arrived. You're listening to the 5 on 5G podcast, brought to you by 5G Action Now.
Since we started this podcast, we've had 5G Action Now Chairman Mike Rogers, FCC Commissioner Brendan Carr, Oregon Congressman and Energy and Commerce Committee Ranking Member Greg Walden, and most recently Jeremy Bash, former DoD and CIA Chief of Staff in the Obama administration. With each guest, we discussed what 5G means for the future of innovation, the economy, and national security. And with that, here are our favorite clips.
The only way we're going to keep up with the rest of the world, candidly, and we're going to compete with the Chinese who are trying to own and control vast swaths of networks around the world with their 5G build-out, is to be aggressively supporting a build-out here in the United States. So any money to that end is fantastic. And anything that we can do to speed this along is going to be critically important.
And there's no question that the U.S. led that transition. And if you look at the economic upside that America realized by being first to 4G, China wants to flip the script, and they want to secure that economic dominance in this transition to 5G. And they really view 5G as a economic platform for the next decade, and they want to dominate that space. That's why it's so important that the FCC has moved quickly, obviously on spectrum, but also on infrastructure.
Frankly, we lead in innovation and technology as we are and can continue to do in 5G. That's how you stay ahead of bad actors, is by being the one that does the innovation, and then you lead in the technological development. We're in a real competition here with 5G, and we have to stay in the forefront.
I think we've got to do a better job, Ian, of declassifying information where we can about the dangers of Huawei. I think we got to do a better job of explaining the benefits in cybersecurity terms of what our systems and our alliance systems look like. I think we also have to be able to be competitive on price. And sometimes, a lot of people don't like to talk about this, but sometimes this may mean that the U.S. government might have to pony up to help defray some of those costs in R&D and development and really fund some of these efforts to create the capabilities that we can offer on a global stage.
Because of, political actors in Washington, people who could have had 5G back in March of this year were denied it. So, there's many people who are upset about this. There's 100 million school children, some of whom have no choice but to learn from home. And we could have solved this problem. The quickest, most effective way to get high-speed, high-quality broadband to everyone in America is 5G. And we have many providers who are stepping up to do it, and it's not a technology problem, it's a policy problem.
Thanks again for listening to the 5 on 5G podcast. If you enjoyed what you heard, I encourage you to check out the full episodes, which you can listen to wherever you get your podcasts, or visit our site 5gactionnow.com to learn more. Thank you very much, and we will talk to you soon.